and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be diving into the hard mode bonus scene for Goddess Victory NIKKE, something that I'm incredibly excited to check out considering the fact that it has been a very lore heavy event, and honestly I can't wait to see possibly some sort of follow-up with NIKKE. If you guys have not seen everything leading up to this point, there will more than likely be some sort of spoilers just to give you a little bit of a heads up, so you may want to go and check out story event 1 and 2 prior to checking this out. If you guys are here watching live, appreciate you very much, and if you guys are not already subscribed to the channel, I would highly encourage you to do so for more Goddess Victory NIKKE content, and also give the video a thumbs up if you're watching after the fact. With that being said, let's dive into it. Alright, we are here, we are in game, we are ready to go. It's time to get this stuff underway. I've been messing around with some like audio and chat stuff as well, just in case you guys are wondering. If there's anything that needs to be adjusted, please let me know, and then we will make the adjustments necessary, okay? But anyways, here we are, just chilling. We're not going to get right into things because, again, you know, reset happened not too long ago. As of going live, probably been an hour or so, according to my my clock over here. But I know I'm running a little bit behind today, but I've been doing a whole lot of stuff around the house, like trying to like reorganize stuff and just situate the downstairs living area. As you guys can tell, I kind of got rid of Ash's entire computer setup in the background. We moved that out into the next room, and just, again, a really chaotic day here for me today. But again, very, very exciting times in terms of NIKKE and all the story and everything involved in here. And I'm wondering if, again, it's going to be leading into our next update, which I believe should be this month as well, right? That's what it was initially talked about in the dev notes, I think, possibly. Could have a good collaboration as well coming up in the near future for Persona 5 and P3R and P4R or something. I can't remember. P4 Golden? I can't remember. Anyways, it's a couple of Persona games. We are getting collaboration in the very near future for that as well. So as you guys have been more than likely aware, I've been trying to save up a little bit of gems here in the meantime. Unfortunately, I did not get the most recent SSR characters for Matisse, right? We have Maxwell, Ordinary Mechanic, aka Mom, and we also have Laplace, Ultimate Hero. Two great units, but unfortunately, again, a little bit elusive for me personally with my 20 pulls that I did. Very much wanting to potentially get those characters as part of the Ordinary recruitment when they are made available, which should be following this version update as is usual whenever it comes to standard units, right? So again, keep in mind they are not limited. They will be added into the complete roster. We should be able to acquire them as well in the very near future. If you have not had the luck to be able to acquire them with the pulls that you've done, but if you guys really wanted the Matisse squad upgraded, then you more than likely already have. I have no idea why, but my mouse just decided to stop working, so that's always good. Technical difficulties. Woo! My favorite. But again, it's to be expected when you're moving around literally entire setups. And why did it just crap out again? I don't know, but please donate a brand new mouse to me. Somebody, please. Please assist. Again, I'm just doing dailies and stuff like that. We'll burn a little bit of time until some people show up, so that way we can witness all the events together. And again, a great reason to subscribe to the channel, so that way you guys can see all of these events unfold before, you know, waiting 3 days and waiting for all of your tokens to reset and all that stuff. I'll spend my gems for you, okay? Don't worry about it. I got you covered. And hello, Filippo. Welcome back to the stream. How's it going? Hope you're having a good one. I decided that maybe, just possibly, we'd do a little NIKKE stream here today. Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I welcome to the channel. Stream elements and everything's kicking in because, again, I was kind of messing around with like chat settings and everything as well. I wanted to see if I could get it working with just YouTube streaming or YouTube Live. but apparently I had to use restream for everything, so hopefully it is displaying on screen. I don't know if it is or not. Chat should be up. Okay, there's chat. We are good. Chat is back. See, we got it. We're running now. That's what I initially intended, okay? That's my fault for having the source disabled over in OBS. But anyways, again, trying to iron out all the little issues, right? It's all little blips. But I've got a lot of plans in terms of like what I want to be doing here in the future, in terms of the channel and wanting to like cover all kinds of different content as well. But again, first and foremost, we are going to be mainly focusing on NIKKE. I have not been really like live streaming a lot of my NIKKE stuff though, because I am in like part of like a creator thing, and a lot of credit is not given for certain like uploads and stuff like that if it goes through YouTube Live, which is unfortunate. So that's why I've been trying to like not stream and do more like video form when it comes to like covering the events and stuff like that, just so you guys are aware. This one, however, I'm not planning on uploading with the purpose of like participating in any sort of like creator campaigns and all that stuff, right? So again, just want to keep it completely me, you guys, hanging out, going through the story together whenever I can. And whenever I am required to do video form, then I'll have to do that, unfortunately. I would much rather just be live streaming with you guys, because I feel like it's a little bit more organic, if that makes sense. Maybe it's just my preference, I don't know. I would much rather stream. But again, dude, what is going on with this? Holy smokes. Like, I swear, this mouse is just, it's shot. It's absolutely shot. Maybe I've got something like weighing down on it or something that's preventing the cable from, I don't know, making a good connection to the computer. Something's up. Anyways, we are going to get into the story stuff very shortly, so again, please be patient. I've got a lot of plans in terms of like other games and stuff like that to be covering over here on the channel. I do want to go back and do some past events that I have not covered in NIKKE. I'm also thinking about possibly doing the Bond stories, because I have not done any Bond stories, and you guys keep telling me, hey Gavin, you should do the Bond stories so that way you get these references, right? You understand what the characters are talking about and so on and so forth. Because a lot of times, I have no idea what the frickin' heck is going on. Like, the entire, like, going on with Loss and her backstory, I didn't experience that, right? Okay, we are gonna have to take manual control. Oh, bad. I did not go through her Bond story at all, so I literally was completely shocked by her having like this really horrible childhood. Had zero idea, dudes. Zero idea. But we'll take control of the niece. And I'm gonna try to focus a little bit so that way I don't fail this again. But again, I'm doing pretty good in towers, right? Not bad. Not bad. We're gonna try to keep up on a little bit of competitiveness when it comes to the towers and rankings and all that stuff. But yeah, a lot of people were saying that the Bond stories give really like good backstory when it comes to like specific characters. Not everyone, obviously, and then you know, a lot of them are just kind of, I don't want to call it like fluff, but not as important, at least at face value, as some other ones are, right? So that's what I've heard. I haven't read any. I've literally skipped them with just being somebody that wanted to keep up with current content and not really like stressing over the small things. So I was like, I'll go back and I'll read them at some point, and I do remember saying that like multiple times through recording videos and doing past streams as well, talking about eventually going back and doing the Bond stories and reading through them and never ever getting around to it. So I do want to make good on that promise. I do want to cover that over on the channel, and I'm hoping I hold true to that. I'm gonna try my best, and I'm hoping to like possibly do it on a squad basis, or potentially follow some manner of like release order. Potentially. I don't know if there's any merit in that or any reason for me to want to go that route for it, but I feel like if I just cover the early Bond stories, then maybe it'll kind of refresh me a little bit on some story points that I may have forgotten as well. So that's a little bit of the intent as well going forward, right? Trying to refresh my memory while also learning a little bit more about the characters that we all know and love. And then I will feel completely fulfilled in terms of, like, how do I put that? In terms of not looking like an idiot whenever there's references or whenever there's, like, story beats that we're uncovering in the future that, you know, were already hinted at in the past. That, again, I look like a fool because I didn't read the Bond stories and I'm left in the dark on some of those notes, right? So again, I do want to try that. So we'll more than likely end up covering that at some point on the channel. And like I said, trying to do more occasional streams when it comes to NIKKE and other games as well. I want to cover more games over here on the channel. I do plan on potentially streaming here on YouTube and Twitch at the same time as well. So if you guys want to follow me on either of those platforms, massive help. Appreciate it. The support is the world. Because honestly, this is truly what I want to be doing, right? I want to be sitting here and streaming and hanging out with you guys and playing the games that we love. Looking forward to all the, like, cool, crazy, awesome releases in the future as well. Some other games that I also want to talk about that I know there's been a little bit of drama surrounding and everything as well. So we'll get into that as well at some point. Potentially the stream, maybe, after we're done with the hard mode bonus scene. And, yeah. Just pretty much, like I said, taking it at a day-by-day basis in terms of trying to make sure that everything's, you know, up to par when it comes to stream quality and all that stuff as well, right? So, again, a lot of adjustments made. May not seem like it. Adjusted the audio a little bit. Adjusted the camera angles a little bit. Again, the whole room has been shifted around. I just want to show you guys a couple of things as well, right? Like, I've got a couple of different camera angles set up here. So this is my normal streaming one that we're going with. I have no idea why the game just crashed for no reason. But this is a little tease about a video that I may want to be talking about as well. So stay tuned for that. I'm a little prepared, okay, a little prepared. But again, we are waiting for NIKKE to pop up right now. There we go. We are back. I have no idea why that crashed. That is very bizarre, but not the first time that has happened to me, unfortunately. Again, so I've got this camera angle for just me, regular streaming. We've got this one in case I have, like, a guest on, like maybe my cousin Jordan pops in for another Rate the Burst, or maybe we might react or talk about some NIKKE music, possibly. Fingers crossed on that one. All depends on whenever he is finished work for the season. Then I've also got the good old close-up one in case we want to get up close and personal for some heart-to-heart content here on the streams, right? Maybe you guys want to see this face a little more close up, possibly. And then I've got the whole room angle, okay? In case I decide to do some shenanigans, or maybe I have a crowd over or something, you know, it's this is the whole room angle. So again, I'm messing around with some stuff, okay? Just want to make you guys aware that I am not wasting all of my time, all of my spare time outside of work. I've been tweaking some stuff as well, okay? We've been doing some work. Where was I? Was I just in? Commander, I was in not interception anomaly. I was doing the this thing back here, simulation room, right? This should be finished soon. Okay, so it did finish. It just crashed for whatever reason. That's so bizarre, dude. Oh well. Am I ready for the Persona collab? As ready as I can be with not spending any more money on the game. Yeah. Maybe. Somebody please help me. Somebody please donate gems to me now, immediately. Dude, I don't know what to expect. I have some predictions for characters. But again, I'm not overly familiar with Persona 3. So that one's kind of like up in the air for me personally. Not really sure who we may get, or even if I'm familiar with recognizing any of the characters from Persona 3. But I'm thinking maybe we might get Chie or whatever from Persona 4. And Anne maybe for Persona 5, possibly. Did they talk about the unit yet? Is that up on like blah blah link or Twitter or something?
Now, let the games behold.
I've seen one teaser. I have not seen anything else. Maybe I should pull that up because that should be on blah blah link, right? It's got to be something. Possibly. I don't know. Somebody clarify. All I know is that I have not played much Persona 4. I have not played any Persona 3. And I have played a fair bit of Persona 5. But I have not played Persona 5 Royal. So I know that they added in like a couple of characters or something with Persona 5 Royal. But again, I don't know which units we're going to see. They posted one for P4 and P5 units? Okay. So that's probably something I should take a look at. I have not seen yet. But I do like Persona. I feel like Persona is a really good vibe. At least from my experience with Persona 5. And again, I very, very briefly played the opening of like Persona 4. Not much of it. But it's feel-good RPG, right? And they are incredibly lengthy. Good God, dude. I think I put like over 100 hours or something into Persona 5, and again, I don't feel like I was anywhere near the end. Don't ask me where I was in the game. I would have to reload everything on the PS5. I don't even have it downloaded anymore, okay? But maybe my arm could be twisted, and maybe I could venture back in. But I know I was like a fair ways into it, and I was trying to romance Makoto and the nurse lady, the doctor lady. I can't remember her name, but she was really cool looking. I don't think we're gonna see her in game, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm excited. I'll say that much. I really feel like Persona could be a good collab overall. Because a lot of them have been kind of hit or miss, right? A lot of them have not really been great. I do feel like we're probably gonna get the same, stereotypical. The gatekeeper pulled these people into our world, and we've got to help them get back to their world plotline. I feel like that's going to be what we get again, which again is not my favorite. It's incredibly cliche and very repetitive, but at least I've got full faith that the story and the music will be good. Character designs, I'm assuming, are going to be good, but I also do feel like they're going to veer a little bit away from it being overly provocative, right? As most companies are kind of like leaning towards as of lately, which is unusual. But I get that there's been like a lot of enforcement in terms of like governments and laws and stuff like that worldwide based upon like anime content and everything, which I've got an entire rant about that I don't really want to get into right now, but I'll just say this. If it's okay to have it in movies and TV, then why the frickin' heck is it so asinine to have it in a video game? Or so... I don't know. Again, I don't want to get into it. but hello! Welcome to the stream! I appreciate that. Thank you. Those are some very kind words. I appreciate that. Again, I'm skipping through the Bond stories right now. As this is what I always do. I'm telling you guys right now, I don't read them. But I am planning on making a solid effort to go back to the beginning and go through all of them, okay? So stay tuned for that. There's going to be a lot more NIKKE content on the channel as long as you guys want to see it. I need confirmation from you that you want to see me play through the Bond stories, and then I'll make an effort to do so. Okay? You guys give me the go ahead, and then I'll do it.
Strange.
All right.
You
You have a feeling this will get better than the usual. Help them back. Oh, I hope so, dude. I hope. I really do. But I got my doubts. I'm telling you right now, I got my doubts. But maybe, because, you know, everything with Persona and, like, dreams, or no, it was not dreams, like, oh, crap. I didn't realize that. My bad. Yeah, I gotta take her to my favorites. Like TVs, right? Is there something to do with TVs? Did we go into the television in one of them? I feel like we go into the television in one of them. And then the other one's like some sort of memento place or something. I don't freaking remember, dude. It's been a while since I played Persona, okay? It's been a long while. And honestly, like, one of the PS5 games that I wanted to get into is Metaphor ReFantazio, which is also by Atlas, and I plan on playing through that at some point. That's something else I should talk about. In a lot of my other spare time, when I'm not streaming and everything, I've been playing through Octopath Traveler 2, which took me 78 hours to complete a standard playthrough of. I did not do a whole lot of, like, side content and stuff like that, but I got that completed as of yesterday. That last boss was freaking difficult, dude. Holy crap, man. That was brutal. But fantastic game, nonetheless. Just figured I'd brought that up just to let you guys know that I have not been goofing around. I've been gaming, okay? Here we go. Well, let's get into the hard mode stuff. Let's get it over and done with. Again, I'm going to save you guys some gems. Hopefully, if you haven't seen it already. We're just gonna very quickly skip through these, and then I'll go and buy the other vouchers or whatever it is that I need in order to progress this, and then we can see the hard mode bonus scene together, because that's what friends are for. Cheers to that. I've also been trying to diet a little bit more and get back into, like, doing a little bit more physical activity in terms of, like, well, outside of work, of course. So I've been exercising a little bit and everything in my own time, and again, trying to eat better, so that way I could start shedding some weight again. I know that summer's almost over, at least here it is, so probably not the prime time to be trying to shed weight, but there's no time like the present, right, to try to worry about your health. Okay, so that's my goal. Again, I am very curious to see where things go. I guess I should probably get back on the topic of NIKKE, right? Because, again, we don't know what happened with NIKKE. A lot of people are saying in the comments of all my streams and everything, he's reptilian, and you know, he's involved in all this stuff that, you know, obviously it makes him reptilian. I don't know if he's reptilian. I really don't. Just because he wants to communicate with, like, raptors and stuff like that, I don't know if that really makes him reptilian. Maybe it'll get confirmed, and if it does, you know, I'll stand corrected. 100%, I will stand corrected. But I got my doubts that NIKKE is reptilian. Something just doesn't line up there for me. And then I've got a whole bunch of other comments of people saying, like,
Victory is blooming before her very eyes.
You know, I'm siding with Suyin for doing the things that she did, and, you know, she doesn't know any better, and it's because her you know, her father, like, predicted everything. No, man. No, man. That's not what it is. I'm sorry to disagree again, but I can't condone her actions and what she thinks is the best approach when she has been shown from childhood that making your human companion into a NIKKE is a horrible choice. So why repeat? Why repeat the process, right? I know that you feel like you're losing the person that's most important to you, and you feel like maybe that's the only option you have left. That's not right. That's not an okay choice to make. You know the difference. You know. You've even stated yourself, right? That's no longer a human. Why would you make that choice? That's bull. Dude, I can't get behind that at all. And again, the whole like, oh my god, Enmei predicted everything. Enmei didn't predict everything. Enmei manipulated and meticulously plotted everything to go that way, okay? That is why he treated his own daughters the way that he did. He enacted those decisions in them. He led them to make his predictions reality. He manipulated them, okay? That's actually what happened if you've been paying attention. He did not predict that these things were going to unfold the way that they did. He literally planned it. And then they fell hook, line, and sinker for the whole dad abandonment issues that led them down the road that he foresaw, okay? That's what happened. I don't know if maybe people just read the story differently than I did, or maybe like people just really don't get it. But that's what happened, okay? And that is something that I listen, I will die on that hill, okay? I will die on that hill. He manipulated his daughters to carry out the plans the way that he foresaw. He did not predict it. He did not predict it. There's no like foresight, all-knowing, like no. He knew how he handled his daughters and how they would react to situations, which led them to do exactly what he said that they were going to do. That's called being incredibly manipulative and controlling, and just being able to understand mannerisms, reactions, just understanding the psyche, okay?
He is under my protection.
That's what I'm saying. Hello, Harold. Welcome back to the stream. How's it going? I was on a little bit of a rant there about Enmei, sorry. But again, I rest my case, okay? Until proven otherwise, Enmei manipulated everything and plotted everything out to be carried out that way because he has bigger plans, which he has gone to the surface to carry out, and we will end up seeing those plans come to fruition at some point, if we haven't already in some way, shape, or form. And when those secrets are revealed, when his ultimate plans are made clear to us, then you guys can give me a good old pat on the back and say, you were right, Gavin. You were right all along. Wow, man. I'm sorry that I ever doubted your giga brain. I'm sorry. I should have watched your channel and subscribed to your channel way earlier. I should have went and watched every video on your channel religiously. Ah, man. If only I knew sooner. This guy just knows, okay? But no, in all seriousness, I do understand where a lot of people's like reasoning comes from when it comes to like the comments that I have seen. But again, I do feel like we're gonna end up getting a lot of clarification in the near future, okay? In terms of what actually is going on. And I know what you mean. I know we didn't really get a whole lot of like Drake backstory this time around, but I do feel like maybe they're reserving that for when Drake's upgraded iteration releases. And I do feel like maybe Drake's such a bizarre character, quirky character, that she kind of does deserve her own event to give us a little bit more background information about her before, you know, she joined up with Matisse, or give us a little more information about how she's dealing with these newfound powers and stuff like that, right? And I do feel like this is going to be incredibly comedic, considering the fact, of course, it is Drake. But again, right, I do feel like that's going to be in the near future, more than likely. Maybe sooner than we think, possibly. What's up? What's up? Welcome to the stream. again, holy crap, dudes. Thank you guys very much for showing up and hanging out. As always, I really appreciate it, man. We are about to get in through the hard mode bonus scene. So again, hopefully you guys saved your gems and you guys relied on me to spend them. So that way we can watch this unfold together right now if you haven't seen it already. Spoiler warning, go and play through Story Event 1 and 2 before watching this.
Wow, it's been a really long time.
Okay, so we're catching up with Jian and Suyin after some time has passed.
I can't remember the last time you reached out. Probably not since way back when you were making the Matisse NIKKEs. Right?
I've no interest in engaging in small talk with you.
And I'm sorry to the people that said, like, you know, in my comments, wow, Jian is evil, no way. Dude, come on, man. Like, yes, obviously, I get it. She's been evil for a long time, but I always try to give somebody a benefit of doubt, okay? Maybe she might have some redeemable quality. As of right now, no.
There you go, being all prickly again. I caught the one who shot you in the head and made sure they were punished.
This is true.
And yet you're still mad at me? Is it because of how Maxwell ended up?
I said no small talk. Also, I'm not even angry at you.
I'm like, is she trying to get under her skin? More than likely, yes, but, no harm, no foul?
You're not worth getting upset over.
Maybe that's just her putting on, like, a tough exterior.
Oh, I see. Right.
She's like, yeah, I totally believe you.
Well, if you really care about me so little, why did you carve out some of your precious time to talk to me?
To ask you, why have you been stealing Matisse data lately?
What am I stealing now?
All the data related to Matisse. You're the one who stole it, right?
Excuse me? No.
Is this talking about, somebody clarify for me, is this talking about Dorothy, possibly? Like, Dorothy was taking info for the NIKKEs from the Ark and then sending it to Johan? Is this related?
It wasn't you?
What would I even take it for? It's not like it's their actual bodies. It'd be no help at all to my research.
So, it wasn't you?
What reason would I have to lie to you about something like this?
This has got to be related to Dorothy, or... right?
Huh?
It has to be.
Then who would it be?
No?
Someone really made off with data on Matisse? Isn't that some of the most classified and guarded data in the company?
Yeah, it is. So, when it comes to someone breaking through our top-level security and then taking only the Matisse data, who would do something that weird but you?
They broke through top-level security and then only took data related to Matisse?
That's interesting.
Without laying a finger on anything else of value?
Yeah, and I can't think of a single other lunatic in the world who would...
Sure you can. There's one other person who would do something like that.
Dear old Dad.
What?
Wow. So this...
Well, there you go, dudes.
...himself again, huh?
What are you talking about? Who?
Enmei's literally breaking in and stealing the Matisse data, but why would he be stealing Matisse data unless he was planning on using it to create a bigger threat for us, possibly?
You really don't know? It's someone you know very well, too.
I have a hard time believing that he's stealing data from Matisse for our benefit. But again, I don't know, man. I wonder.
Someone I know.
Broaden your list of suspects to those outside the Ark.
What? That doesn't make sense. How would anyone breach the Ark security from the surface?
Is it possible that he's been stealing Matisse data and then providing it to, like, Mirror and helping them create the new heretics? That would be wild, dude.
The only one who could breach the Ark's security and connect to its network is the same genius who built the Ark's communication system in the first
There's a confirmation right there. It's Enme.
Does that give it away?
No way. Father?
Well, there you have it. Okay, so again, we're getting little tidbits of information. It's a very brief hard mode bonus scene, you know, but again, it's enough to pique your interest, so to wonder where is this going, right? That is a very, very open-ended scene in terms of being like, where do we go from here? How does this get followed up in the near future, possibly? If he's a part of a different faction similar to Eden, then where the heck could it have been, right? There's got to be somewhere else on the surface that we have not explored yet. Possibly with Hansel and Gretel across the water? Maybe? Maybe that's got something to do with it? Maybe he's in cahoots with Hansel and Gretel. That'd be crazy. Wouldn't that be crazy if there's some other, like you guys said, settlement or something? Dude, that would be insane. That is some food for thought. And again, I guess that's what we're getting with this, right? This entire hard mode bonus scene is just food for thought, right? It makes you theorize about all the different possibilities of what we may see in the future. But if he's with Hansel and Gretel, that would be insanity. But again, the only reason that they're stealing Matisse data was because Matisse had the original blueprints, right? For the NIKKEs. And since Suyun's grandmother created the first generation NIKKEs, like, right? And the Grimm's models, or before the Grimm's models, sorry. Was it the Grimm's models as well? Maybe she did. I can't remember. I can't remember exactly what was said. But anyways, she created Lilith, essentially, right? So, with that data that was used to create Lilith, could you imagine why he would need that data? Or any sort of, like, improvements that have been made, obviously with the hero NIKKEs as well, right? Because that's a plot line. Okay, so it was Lilith and the Goddess Squad. You are right, completely. My bad. Again, I couldn't remember off the top of my head, but you are right. Literally Lilith and the Goddess Squad. So that was the original blueprint, but then he tried to act like he wasn't impressed by the hero NIKKE blueprint that Suyun developed, right? Evidently, if he's stealing the Matisse data, he's looking at how things have progressed since he left the Ark, which means he's looking for some sort of improvements or whatever else, and maybe that data that he's getting in regards to the recent upgrades to Laplace, Drake, and Maxwell might be something that he can utilize on the surface, but is it for the good of humanity, or is it for some sort of bargaining chip with the Raptures? Is it for this other possible settlement he may have on the surface? Is it completely unrelated and maybe he just wants to know what the frickin' heck Suyun's been up to? I don't know. We gotta wait to find out. That's the crazy part about it, okay? But again, it's crazy to think that we're getting that little breadcrumb of information following the summer event that we got in which it was talked about Cinderella and company trying to get past this whirlpool so that way they can continue to go and find Hansel and Gretel. Which I feel like maybe that's a possibility of that lining up together. Maybe. But yeah, that's the thing. We have no idea in terms of like what his core motive is, right? We really don't know. But it's kind of crazy to think of it like the possibilities of just what the Matisse data being stolen could result in, right? Like, I wonder what the outcome of that is, and I wonder, again, who Enmei's allegiances lie with. Will they lie with, again, our benefactors, or anything that's going to be beneficial to us? Or is it going to be something that is going to hinder us, something that is going to impose on our progress? That's wild, dude. Great scene. I was hoping it was actually going to show him specifically. Unfortunately, we didn't get that. But, you know, it's what it is. I mean, I couldn't really expect much more than that. It's a hard mode bonus scene. It's not, you know, something supposed to be like revolutionary or whatever, but somebody's been stealing Matisse information. There you go. Who would Enmei side with? Well, he did say that he wanted to communicate, right? And there was a whole, like, tidbit of, like, him wanting to communicate with the Raptures. Or no, it wasn't wanting to communicate with the Raptures, was it? It was something along the lines of, was it did he say something about joining them? Or, I can't remember the exact wording. But he said something along the lines of, like, needing to know more about them, or needing to know more about the enemy. So almost like some sort of, like, yeah, communications on the surface are possible because of the communicator thingies that he built up there. But he had said something about, there was a line. I'm gonna have to go back. You're making me wonder now. It was in the first, wasn't it? The first story that he had said something about that. It's in the records. I know it's here. Possibility, nope. Maybe it's not that. I know it was in the first set of missions. Not cornered. Because it would be along these lines somewhere. Anyways, there's a very specific line from him. I think it's the scene where he's thinking, yeah, he's talking, not monster theory either. No, because he's talking about, like, behaviors in that, right?
You sent
I'm gonna go see if I can find it.
now? This
And then, of course, all of the mention of, like, VTC and everything too, right?
NIKKE blueprint, sweet. That was... She's achieved something. There's no... I wondered what...
I know there's a line in here that kind of threw me a little bit.
Letting me out after that. Do you?
Who's to say?
You've already decided. Is it sweet?
Enough of the...
Now that you've gotten everything...
Off you go.
I wonder,
Once you return,
is it when he's talking about going...
Me for a fool.
No, he doesn't talk about going to the surface either, does he?
power. Tell me, which
Power,
of these
ability, connections.
surpasses me? I trust you'd rather not be seen making such a pathetic spectacle of yourself? Being dragged there by someone else?
Father, one day, I will lay that brain of yours on a lab table. I'll make you regret you ever had me
Do as you like, if you ever gain them. Go to, and unless the CEO
I feel like he's talking to Suyin with the comment that he makes, that the thing that I'm referencing. He says something very, like,
Your children as mere pawns.
it's not cryptic, but, like, it's very telling of what his plans are.
I will find my way back, and I will put you...
Do as you please. Enoch,
Yes?
make sure the big one makes it to MMR as
Okay.
unlike the small one. She's become... If the conditions I named aren't met, cut off every route back to the... I'll be heading out in 2 days.
It seems the location.
All right. At last, I'd rather not waste my strength on frivolous endeavors, so don't get in my... This should complete our deal. I've opened up communications so that your influence extends even to the surface.
So this is kind of what I'm talking about here, right? Like, again, this is leading into what I'm talking about. He's saying that he's opened up communication so that your influence extends even to the surface. We do know that in the past, Enoch had a deal with Chatterbox, right? In order for them to leave the Ark alone or something, they would send up NIKKEs as, like, offerings or something, right? Well, it was something along those lines. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Again, I'm trying to remember. It was mentioned very early on.
Yes. I've confirmed communications to the surface.
So I'm wondering again if maybe he's... This line is what's kind of like making me wonder about his intentions. She has now communications access to the surface. I feel like NIKKE knows why she wants to communicate with the surface. Maybe that's just me reading into things a little too much.
Thank you, NIKKE. Is UN confirmed as a next...
Possibly. But I feel like maybe that's a little telling of what he's after.
The instant the big one sets foot in MMR, release the article. Let everyone know that Basilis's CEO is changing.
So again, right, you can see how he's very meticulously planning out every little aspect of his departure from the Ark.
In leadership, we now hear that the next CEO has...
He's planned everything.
The CEO?
So I'd say he was definitely aware of NIKKE's desire to communicate with the Raptures.
What are you thinking?
I am not in a new room. I'm actually in the same room. We just moved out the desk and everything. We did a lot of reorganization earlier today, and the other computer's out in that room now.
You're stepping down as CEO. And you're not appointed...
But you guys can see the whole new camera angle I got where I can show you guys the entire room now. It feels a little more spacious. See, this is my whole room now. It's a lot more empty.
That little kid.
That's right. The small one is a better
You know.
fit for the Basilis of today.
You know it as well. You know what that...
Well, I set up a couple different camera angles and all that stuff, right? So that way, again, if I have any guests or whatever over at some point in time, it can be a little more roomy and spacious, possibly, and accommodating is the big thing.
But how?
Hopefully that fan is not coming through the microphone, but I am sweating.
Yes, that's what she wants, I suppose, which is precisely...
So
why
again, right, like you can see just how much he's been manipulating
anyone who
his own daughters, just talking about like what he's, you know, he's stating. Every single one of these statements he's making is like, I have plotted this, I have planned this, I know what I'm going towards, I know that these are the necessary steps for me to take for all of this to fall in place.
What?
Did you really think I didn't...
What are you saying?
It's a genuine piece of work to have the talent to produce a genuine...
Right, so again, he sees the potential in Suyin, and he knows what he's done, but now he's also stealing that information.
Seen anything like that since the second
And there's a reason for
generation
that.
models.
We don't know what that reason is, but there's a reason for that, okay?
She's truly of Basilis's bloodline. With talent like that, even if her temperament were her
But
innate
again, I
ability-
do feel like he set up communications with the surface in
Anyone
terms
who
of
knows who are hungry
allowing
and driven by
NIKKE to
the
communicate with the Raptors, which makes me think that he's kind of on board with being able to communicate with the enemy in some way, shape, or form, or making a deal with them, which makes me
Yes.
think
In the
possibly
end, she will be
his
greater, right?
allegiances may not be of the most savory sort, you know what I mean? Like, kosher sort,
If affection is what she craves most, all the better.
possibly.
Had circumstances allowed her to, I could have spoon-fed
But I do, again, I do feel like maybe there was one other mention of something in one of these lines, but again, I don't have the freaking
someone with
time
as the head
to
of a
keep
company
going
built
through
for
this.
hunt monsters.
Well, I do, but I just don't want to.
Don't you think you have to become a monster yourself?
You can still go up against the
All-
Raptures, even without becoming a monster.
all of this talk, right? All of this talk, I think, is behavioral.
The consequence of us showing mercy is there in plain sight, up in space.
This is the line that threw me, okay? The consequence of us showing mercy is there in plain sight up in space. So the consequences of us showing mercy is it's got to be the queen that he's referencing, right? So what does this mean? What does this line mean? So we showed mercy to our enemies, and now the queen is up in space, right? So why was the queen initially created? It was to keep people in check. Correct? It was to literally control the surface. And may very well may have been a failed experiment, of course. But I don't know. I don't know. The consequence of us showing mercy. So who are we showing mercy to?
And yet it looks like there's a fool who still believes she can win by coming at the enemy as mere humans.
And this line right here. This line right here. Okay? So again, this is what makes me think that he may be involved with not good things on the surface, okay? It looks like there's a fool who still believes she can win by coming at the enemy as mere humans. AKA, humans cannot combat the threat. We need to either become NIKKEs or possibly monsters, which indicates to me utilizing that rapture technology, right?
To think that fool was my own subordinate.
Right?
I took you for someone fairly clever. But in the end, you're simply another human who's grown complacent, living in the Ark.
If you're so desperate for a monster, you could have just appointed GN CEO. She craves that position more than
I'm not sure what Pinocchio is. I'm not sure. That's very interesting to think about, though. I wonder. And who created Pinocchio? Was that mentioned?
Don't tell me.
Yes, that's exactly why. It's precisely because that's what the big one desires the most. That's why I can never give it to her. Because she'd be satisfied. Even now, she believes she could win against the small...
Yeah, so again, anyways, I think it was those lines more than anything that makes me think what he's talking about is literally
It's nothing more than that. What if Suen
wanting to transcend human limitation, wanting to not simply go at the enemy, you know?
Would never sit
He obviously wants to utilize some sort of other technology to combat the enemy. He's obviously stating that we showed mercy, and now the result of that is the queen hanging over our heads. So, again, how did we show mercy? Did we show mercy to the Raptures? Some way, shape, or form? Maybe he is completely on our side and he wants to wipe out the Raptures. Maybe he actually is fighting for humanity the best way that he can. So maybe he's not against us.
The small one
Maybe he just has, again, not the noblest of ways of attaining his trump card, the powers that we need to combat the threat.
Never knowing when everything she holds
Possibly.
end up in the jaws of a monster.
I don't know. There's a lot of stuff for conjecture, right? So, again, in saying what I can think of the story, possibly, maybe he's not involved with the enemies, so to speak. Maybe he is actually trying to help us some way, shape, or form, and maybe he just requires any sort of, like, data that Matisse has improved upon over the last few years, as, like, the final piece of the puzzle for him to be able to create some sort of force that is formidable enough to take on the Raptures, and the new heretics and new queen and all that stuff, right? So maybe Enmei predicted all of this as well. Maybe he's aware. Possibly. Maybe we'll bump into him in the near future. That'd be freaking crazy. But, dude, there's been a lot of, like, lore that's been dropping in terms of, like, Project Matisse that has got my mind boggled. But I'm incredibly excited, man. Incredibly excited. We'll see. We will see. In all in due time. But you guys did say that there was, like, some updates or whatever over on Blah Blah Link, I think, right? So, should we go over and take a look at that, possibly? I feel like I could probably bring that up. Maybe. see if I can do it without completely screwing up literally everything. Let's see this. And we'll go to blah blah link. I'm gonna see if I can drop the game down here. Is this? That's not lined up properly. You know what? I don't even care, man. I don't even care. So we are going to the official tab, and then we'll take a look at some stuff. So we got guess the visitor, Phantom, and the calling card. Phantom, Persona, possibly guess the visitor, Quincy, and the TV. So are these the hints? Are these the hints in terms of like which characters are going to be shown in game? Is that what this is? I don't know if that lines up properly or not. So this one's obviously from Persona 5, right? Where's the hint though? Is it just all these calling cards? Is it Joker? Is that what it's talking about? Or, oh, the bike! Makoto's bike! It's Makoto's bike. Of course. Makoto. It's definitely Makoto. You're right. You are right. Hello, Doc. How's it going? Welcome back to the stream, man. Hope you're having a good one. I have been incredibly busy with work and so on and so forth and playing games in my own time and everything. Yeah, this has definitely got to be Makoto. It's got to be because of the bike. You guys are right. 100%. But thank you for asking. Hope you are also well. Let's go down to the next one. So this one is this is Persona 4, right? Or is it Persona 3? I don't know which one this is. Somebody tell me, please. Is it the outfit? Because this is Quincy, right? The one on the left? The one on the left. Hot Spring Hotel. This is P4?
Now that I've been rehabilitated, you should know better.
Anyways, I don't know which character this could be. Whenever I see the TVs, I just think of like Chie. I don't know if it's going to be Chie or not, but maybe. We'll see. And then we've got guest the visitor, Miranda on patrol, which this should be Persona 3, right? And again, I don't know. Maybe this building is a reference to whoever it could be. I very, very briefly played Persona 4, not Golden. I never played Persona 3 at all. And I've only played Persona 5. I haven't played Persona 5 Royal. But again, I'm familiar with some of the characters in P5. Incredibly exciting times, all the same. And then we've got this, right? This is the collaboration confirmation, August 13th. We do have Persona collab happening. And again, I guess these are kind of the references as well, right, for each of the games. Or symbolic of each of the games. I'm excited. I want to see it. I don't think there's anything else here shown on blah blah link. There's probably is over on like Twitter or whatever, or X, whatever you guys want to call it. But this is all I see. I do not pay attention to any other social media or any of that stuff. So this is what I have. Okay. But it's exciting. Maybe I need to do a little bit of homework in terms of Persona before, you know, the update drops or whatever, but I'm looking forward to it, dudes. I really want to see what's in store. And I think the characters are going to be cool. Somebody said Aegis in the comments for Persona 3. Okay. Yeah, maybe there's other people in the comments talking about who it could be here too, right? Somebody said Yukiko. I hope Chie is a free SR character. And somebody's saying Risa. Everybody's saying Yukiko. So, whoever that is, it's probably who the Clam character is going to be. My apologies. But anyways, outside of the whole Goddess of Victory NIKKE thing, I'm going to jar some of you guys, but there's been some talks about Shift Up, right? This is somewhat related, but it's all in relation to this. Yes, this lovely microphone. there's been a lot of drama going over this this video that I have queued up here. That is not NIKKE related, but it is Shift Up, the same company that produces NIKKE. And they've been getting a lot of flack because I don't know what you guys think, but for me personally, I'm split. I'm torn a little bit, right? I understand that I shouldn't say I understand. I've come to terms that a lot of companies are going to be utilizing AI going forward in terms of like creating games and whatever else. It's very unfortunate to all of the artists that actually put their hard work and effort into creating things. And I, for one, do not want to see it come to only AI. But I understand that AI is a very big factor in terms of like production of anything going forth with how the world is. And it's been utilized in this video by Shift Up. And it's been causing a lot of drama, a lot of backlash. Personally, I don't really care too much. I think it's okay. I don't know if I'm allowed to play the audio from it, but I'm going to anyways because I don't really give a shit. So let me shut up NIKKE real quick, and then we'll take a look at this video because it's a music video for Stellar Blade Blood Rain, which is an upcoming game by Shift Up that I'm incredibly excited for. And I don't care if they use AI for it. It's just, again, like, it's unfortunate, but again, I've come to terms with it, just like I've come to terms with companies utilizing, digital only for their consoles going forward, which again, I'm also not in support of, but I've got to come to terms with it because unfortunately, all of the backlash and all of the outcries from the general public talking about how they don't want to see it that way doesn't really matter because the companies are just making the decisions anyways, and they're essentially giving us, flipping us the bird and telling us tough. So I mean, I guess it's a pill that we all have to swallow, whether we want to or not. Anyway, let's take a look at this video real quick. It is called "Wanna Be in Love," featuring Eevee from Blood Rain, Stellar Blade Blood Rain. And I'll just say this much. There's some uncanny looking, like, looks a little, like, goofy, little jarry in terms of, like, the face animation and stuff like that there a little bit. Sometimes the proportions a little off, like, not the finest work. But, like, I get that they're just trying to promote the game. Yeah, it's noticeable it's AI, right? Like, you get a lot of that look in her face and everything. You can tell it's AI, 100%. Just the way that the mouth moves, you can see it's a little like stagnated. You know what I mean? It looks a little off. This looks like in-game footage, in my opinion. Like, this actually looks like it was cut from the game that we're going to end up getting in the future. That scene just there, where she's kind of looking around a little bit, right here, that looks a little AI-ish to me, because it almost seems like this is like a real human being riding the subway in the back, and this seems like this might be a little bit like AI. Possibly. Maybe. This, again, looks kind of like it could be a mix of in-game assets. That is 100% AI. That is 100% AI. That is 100% AI. But again, it's a good song. I get why they want to promote it. Right? Like, they're trying to hype up the game. They're trying to show what their tech that they've been working on is capable of. And it is a banger, 100%. Was that a real life human being in that shot? We got to see again, right? This looks like there's a bunch of like actual humans. Oh wait, no, this is AI as well. Okay, so this is actually like what the freaking heck, dude? It's jarring. It is jarring because it looks like this could be an actual human being right here, and then these look like they're AI-generated characters. Listen, I get it, right? A lot of people are nervous. A lot of people don't want, their jobs taken. A lot of people don't want it to become soulless and just not have that same, how do I put that? Same level of quality that we expect from, like, devs that love and care and have so much passion for their properties. I get it, but again, it's a bitter pill we all have to swallow. This is just it. This is it. They're proud of what they're able to accomplish with their AI studio, and again, it's good. This is some of the better, like, in my opinion, some of the better AI that I've seen. It doesn't seem as, like, janky, or, again, you can tell it's AI, but it doesn't seem, as poor as some of the other AI that I've seen out there. So maybe it's part showcase of the tech that they're capable of utilizing to make games going forward, but also maybe it's just something easy for them to put out, a little snippet of content for us to consume, to hold us over a little bit longer when it comes to waiting for Stellar Blade BloodRayne. Again, this is very telling of it being a mix of AI and actual real life. I gotta try to pause it again real quick. Like, these are humans, okay? These are humans. This is not AI. Well, this is not a human, and this is not a human, but these other people, these are humans, and that arm is not human, but and she's not human, but like, this is when you blend reality and artificial intelligence is what that's what this is all meant to be, okay? It looks wild, dude. It looks wild. I'm not, to me personally, dude, the freaking food. That's the only thing that's really, like, selling me on it. Like, I see food, and I'm like, wow, that food looks good. Right? Like, the food looks good. That looks good. That looks tasty. But, this is not making me want to rush out and buy Stellar Blade BloodRayne by any stretch of the imagination, right? Like, I see it. I was like, cool. I'm amused by what they were able to accomplish. That looks like Bulldog, right? It even got the branding, Samyang. So again, this is 100%, like, there's ads baked into this, okay? That is a cup of Bulldog noodles. I know those. I've eaten many. K-pop Demon Hunter's keychain? I didn't even notice that until now. But that is a straight, like, yeah, Korean culture, man. Like, Korean pop culture, right? Dude, that's derpy. From K-pop Demon Hunters. And yes, I know that because I have kids. Okay? That's the first time I caught that, believe it or not. That's a cool little Easter egg. I'm really not trying to be overly critical of the video, but it's a good song, and the animation's impressive, okay? The blend of reality and AI, it's impressive. It's not my preference when it comes to, like, content that I generally consume, but again, dude, that scene right there is that's not it. Where she's like, this was probably the biggest, like, cut in this entire video, where I'm like, ugh. Ugh. Like, no, I don't want that. The rest of it is, like, decent, but, like, I don't want this. Whatever this is, that is not a good showcase of your AI. It looks incredibly janky. That looks incredibly janky. The way that their hair was blowing by looks a little weird. The smile looks creepy. But but like it's not. I don't know. It's not as bad as everybody else was saying. Everybody else was like, see, this whole alleyway is not it. It is not it. That deadpan stare too was not it. But again, there's other little snippets of information here in terms of the game, right? Like we're getting to see her hold on to this. Wait, what was that? The Keepers of something. There was a book she was holding on to that seems important. That looks like the vial that she's kind of holding in the original like official reveal trailer, where they're talking about the virus that's kind of turning people into NIKKE, possibly. But that's all fine and good, right? Like cool little interesting music video. Obviously I know that this is just supposed to be like a showcase of what they're able to achieve with their AI studio, and it's also supposed to showcase one of the songs that evidently they produced to promote this game. It is showing off the tech that is available to them. I understand what they're going for with it. I don't take offense to them utilizing AI to promote their upcoming game, as long as it's not like that alleyway scene implemented into the game in some way, shape, or form. Leave that out and we're okay. But at the same time, yes, utilize artists as much as possible. Make sure that if you're using AI, it's like a... How do I put that? Like a guideline. Use AI. If you're going to use AI in your games, use it as a guideline. Don't let it transform or be a staple of the game that neglects the actual talented creators that should be employed to create the assets for the game. It's very cool to see all the other like staff though, right? And it looks like this is... Obviously, I know they draw a lot of inspiration from like Alita Battle Angel, and that's kind of what I'm getting with this, because again, you got to see that in the movie rendition of Alita Battle Angel, in which they had an AI or computer generated character acting alongside like actual actors and stuff like that. So that was cool to see. But again, now all of a sudden we're in 2026 and nobody wants to see it anymore. Right? They're like, no, I do not want to see that. Is that a pulled pork sandwich, or is that like an actual hamburger? And then we got CEO here in a scene real briefly, real quickly. That the CEO right there, that the CEO of Shift Up. Okay, he's trying to tell Evie what she should do. Okay. He's instructing Evie, like, listen, you've got to hold that umbrella and you got to splash in those puddles exactly like this. But in all honesty, it looks freaking crazy that they were like brushing her hair aside and it was kind of reacting to it as well. It's kind of creepy to see just how far AI has come in a very short time, right? Again, cool song, interesting showcase. I don't really think that that's evident of what we're going to see in Stellar Blade Blood Rain, per se. But it's cool that it says the material has been reviewed and authorized for colony-wide distribution by the CDDP Directorate, or whatever that says, of Media Compliance. CDDP. It's the colony... something defense policing or something. I understand it's a green screen room, but like, you know, it's cool that we get a little tidbit of information there about Blood Rain, because we're probably not going to see a whole lot of Blood Rain for a while, unless they heavily utilize AI, which I hope they do not. But again, I wanted to talk about it because a lot of other people were like making mention of it and saying there's a lot of drama going on or whatever with this entire like music video or whatever else. But it says, right, as the game is still under development, the content in the video may differ from the actual game. I hope so. And it says the video was created using the game resource from Stellar Blade Blood Rain and regenerated with AI support. And as you can see right here, the Shift Up logo, AI Labs, right? So again, I think this is more of like a tech demo more than anything else. And then, of course, like a little slight promotion for Stellar Blade. And then also a couple nods to other successful Korean IPs. Or brands like Bulldog, which I think is cool. It's nice to be patriotic, right? Of course. I don't hate on it. I don't hate AI. I don't condone AI taking places of professions or professional jobs that should be for said professionals. But, you know, just something I want to talk about real quick. That's all. But anyways, we covered the hard mode bonus scene. I do fully intend on actually, like, doing some Bond stories and everything like that there for NIKKE, not Stellar Blade, for NIKKE in the near future. Also covering other games that have been on my to-do lists and doing more streams and everything over here on YouTube, as well as Twitch. If you guys are watching over there, I will be live in both places, more than likely. Going to be utilizing Restream to try to help me out with that, and we're going to try to go full send with a lot of the stuff, right? Be a little bit more hands-on, a little bit more regular. I get it, right? I get 100% what you're saying. Like, most people are probably not going to be thrilled about that ad for Stellar Blade Blood Rain. And you know, some people are going to be put off by it. I can't blame you. When I saw it again, it didn't really make me want to be like, yes, Blood Rain. But it kind of also makes me want to be like, yeah, I understand where they're coming from. I understand what they're doing. I don't think it's meant to be, you know, a shot at anybody. Maybe it is. I don't know. I just feel like it's just them trying to showcase what they can pull off. And then again, to also just give us something to hold us over until Blood Rain eventually comes out. But again, just going back to what I was saying, very excited about the future of NIKKE. Want to cover more of the NIKKE content. Definitely looking forward to Stellar Blade Blood Rain when that eventually gets more information about it. And I'm also looking forward to the new upcoming project by Shift Up as well, which seems to be some sort of open world gacha game that we may hear about in the near future. Project Spirits, right? I hope we get some more information about that in the near future so we can talk about that as well. And then also, of course, I got a bunch of other games that I want to cover over on the channel. We are going to be live streaming more often, more frequently. Going to be trying to make it a little bit more of a regular thing over here because, again, I really want to get into this. I enjoy being able to have these conversations with you guys and talking about all this crazy shenanigans and whatever else that may happen from day to day that I don't really get much opportunity to talk about other than to myself. And that's not fun. So I'd much rather, if you guys were here hanging out with me, let me know what you guys want to see in the comments and everything, and we'll discuss all that, and we will do our best to try to cover as much as possible here going forth. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to hanging out with you guys. And again, subscribe if you haven't already. Give the video a thumbs up. If you're watching after the fact, and you guys are wondering when you can join us for a stream, that's how you do it, okay? And then you can always view the streams in the past streams playlists as well. After every single stream ends, I will make my best effort to make sure that they're available there for you to watch after the fact. That is going to do it for me, however. I am going to go and unwind for the rest of the evening, and then we will be back in the near future, so stay tuned. See you all for the next one. Take care. Peace!